Okay, once again, one of you asked for this particular adjustment, and this adjustment deals with your financial year end being the 31st of December 2019, right? So we've got our financial year end. It's important to note that. The rent income figure that's given to you is 126,224. That's your rent income figure. In other words, that's the amount of rental that you have received. Got that? Brilliant. Okay, what are we told? Rent was received up to January 2020. Clearly you can see you have received rental up to and including the next month. So your financial year ended on the 31st of December 2019, but you've also received the rental for January 2020, right? Okay. Now, if all the months were equal, it was straightforward. You just take the number of months, which is 13, divided by 13, and that will give you your income that you've received in advance, also known as your deferred income. However, this question says no. The rent was increased by 12% when on the 1st of August 2019. In other words, all the months are not equal. All the months are not equal. You've got some months that the rental was 100%, and you've got some months where your rental was 112%. Why? Because your rent was increased by 12%. I hope you got that. Clear? Okay, so now, how do we go about answering an adjustment of this nature? Let's check it out. Let's go down to our next slide. What are we going to do? Follow the method, and that's important. Look at the modus operandi. How do I go about answer and laying out my answer? And I've done it in such a way where it's easy for you to understand. Step number 1, let the old rent be 100%. You don't know what the rand value of the rental, but you know it was 100% before the increase, right? So that means from the beginning of the year, which was January, until July, right? Because remember, the rent increase on the 1st of August. Guys, matriculants, your dates are very important. And I'm referring here to your accounting dates. Yes, other dates are also important. What am I referring to? Dates that you eat, very, very nourishing. But these are your accounting dates, right? So, started in January, beginning of my financial year, ends in July. In other words, count the number of months. If you count the number of months, you'll find that you have 7 months, right? And those months were your old. In other words, that is when your rental was on 100%. Got it? So what do? You say 7 times 100, which will give you 700. Step number 1. Step number 2. Now your rental increased. As of when? As of the 1st of August. Count. August, September, October, November, December. But you don't stop in December because you've also received the rental for January. So it is 6 months. Check again. August, September, October, November, December, January. So this means you've now received new rental for 6 months. Got it? So what do? Take your 6 months times the new percentage. Remember, the percentage is now 112. Why? Because, let me show it to you. It was the 100 old rental plus the increase of 12% to give me my new rental of 112. 112 for how many months? For 6 months. Multiply that, you get a figure of 672. That's that one there. Clear? Now what do? Add your 2 percentages. In other words, add 700 plus 672 will give you percentage value of 1372. And this is equal to the rand value. Let's look at my previous slide. My rand value was 126,224. Therefore, I say 1372 is equal to 126,224 224. Got that? Brilliant. What do you want to know? What are you looking for in this adjustment? You want to know what was that 1 month rental. Which month? The January. Because your financial year started in January and ended in December. But you've also received rental for the next year's January. Now that is your income received in advance. Okay? That's your deferred income. So the 1 month, obviously the January month was 112%, and that is equal to my unknown. Is equal to X. Got that? Okay, now all that we do is we cross multiply, right? What do? We say 1372, as you can see there, times your X is equal to 126224 times 112, right? You've cross multiplied, and then what do? You divide the left-hand side by 1372 because you want X on its own, and what you do on the left-hand side, you do on the right-hand side. So divide both sides by 1372, and voila, we've got our answer. What's my rent income? What was the 1 month's rent income? The January, for the next financial year, sorry, that amount to 10,304. So there's my answer. 10,304 is the rental that we have received in advance. Right, I'm going to recap this slide very quickly because a reminder is beneficial to you. Step number 1, let the old rental be 100. Number 2, count the number of months for the old rental. Number 3, bring in your new rental. Remember to add the percentage. However, be careful. You could also decrease your rental, especially if times are tough. Then sometimes if you have a landlord who's caring and he says, okay, look, we're going through a tough time. There's an economic downturn in the economy. We're reducing your rental by 8%. We're reducing your rental by 8%. Then it will be 100 minus 8% to give you 92. Got it? So please, like I said, RTFQ. Okay, we've done that. We've worked out the rental figure, 10,304. Okay, guys, we're going to take a quick ad break, but don't you stray or go away, because when you come back, we're going to show you how to deal with this in both your statement of comprehensive income and your statement of financial position. See you just now.